Now, there should be no, okay, setting.
Is it because of YouTube?
I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know. Let's just reload the page. Oh, it's streaming. It's streaming. I see it working. Oh, Lord, thank God. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. Hello. What is up? Gear Squad, Chain Gear here, bringing you another video. Thank you so much for joining this stream. It means so much to me for so many reasons. Please let me know if there are any issues at all with this stream. I need to know this. It is important for me. I need to fix everything and make sure everything's working. But seriously, thank you so much. This is GearCast episode 35, which threw me off. I didn't realize that we had done 35 episodes. Right now, I'm by myself, but I do have a guest coming in. As you guys can probably see, it says featuring a specific someone who has not been on the stream for a while. So that should be exciting. But in the very beginning of this stream, I want to talk to you guys about some updates about the channel. Again, thank you so much. Actually, I give a shout out to Proud Noob and Fruit for being here, not only early for the live stream, but also I did a test stream and a whole bunch of people helped me out. Well, these two guys helped me out. It was super helpful because now I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on, I was streaming on Twitch for a bit, trying things out. Streaming on YouTube, I still like a lot better, and I'm using a different program. I'm not using Google Hangouts anymore, so thank you so much. But I wanted to go ahead and give you guys some quick updates on the channel. First and foremost is for you guys out there, for Blacklight Retribution players, which the majority of you guys are. Big news is that there is a UBCL tournament, an underground Blacklight community tournament. League tournament, and that is on March 11th. So that is next. That's next week. I believe it's at 1 o'clock. I gotta double check. I'll be doing a separate video about it, all about the UBCL tournament. I'll probably do a whole video about UBCL. I know I've talked about it in the stream, but I feel like it deserves a separate video. I haven't made like a separate video for anything in a long time. But I want you guys to know about UBCL coming up. But on March 11th, there is a stream for PS4 tournament. Again, it's a Blacklight tournament. Really excited about that. And again, that's on Saturday. So I will not be doing GearCast that day. I will be doing this instead, or I'll be doing the live stream for the UBCL tournament. Wanted to let you guys know that. Important to know. Hello, Butter Brian. Glad that you are here. You're only a little bit late. Don't even worry about it. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about in the updates is about the channel and about my life a little bit. So where do I start? First of all, I will not have a PS4 for a couple of weeks. Hopefully not more than a month. Hopefully not more. Hopefully the maximum should be 2 months. I'll be sending it out on Monday. I should be able to still live stream the tournament and everything like that. I have access, I guess, to some other PS4s, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. If not, then we'll have to figure that out. But I won't have my PS4, which sucks. But I'm also kind of excited about it. I know this is probably weird. I'm like a PlayStation 4 YouTuber, I guess. But I've got a PC, a large PC that I put a lot of money into, and a large library of games that I'm really excited to get into. So that's one thing I just wanted to mention to you guys. I won't have my PS4 for a couple of weeks. The reason being is actually because the port in the back for HDMI, there was something wrong with the 4K. So I have a PS4 Pro, and there were some issues with it, and basically I called PlayStation. We tried to troubleshoot it, and they said, hey, you need to send this out. So I said, awesome, no worries. I didn't say awesome. I said, seriously? And then I was like, okay, fine, I get it. Please fix my PS4 Pro. If you don't, I'm going to cry. So pretty excited to get it fixed. Pretty frustrated that I won't have it. But like I said, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity to work more on the channel, to do more with my YouTube, or to do more with my PC games. There are some games that I bought. I basically built my PC for Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls, and so hopefully I'll actually have a chance to just beat that main story of Oblivion, and a whole bunch of other games that I have. But yeah, another thing that I wanted to mention is about the channel. This is kind of a big deal, and every single time I do these live streams, I've been changing kind of the way I've been thinking about the channel, and I hit 900 subs, which I mentioned in the last stream, but thank you so much, guys. It means so much to me. I love it when, you know, I do these live streams and people are here and we're hanging out. For example, Brother Brian, Drugenfruit, Dark, what's up, Dark? Good to see you as well, Proud Noob. Yeah, all of you guys being in here is so nice, and just being in and knowing that I have 900 people that are interested in my content, whether it be for Blacklight content or whether it be for my personal content like this. I've decided to basically stop everything. I know it sounds like, wait, what? And focus on this, and focus on my show, GearCast, because it's the thing I like to do the most. I like doing one-off videos, but I really don't have the time. The vlogs, I feel like we're getting a little bit forced because I don't have a camera, so I basically have to sit in front of this computer and just talk to you guys about my life, and I don't think it's nearly as helpful. Fluffy Piggies, thank you so much for saying thank you for or congratulations for the 900 subs. I appreciate you. But yeah, no, I'm really just gonna focus really hard on this, on GearCast, as well as some other live streams. So basically live streaming on my PS4 when I have it, live streaming some PC games when I have the time, and YouTube is rolling out some new features, and I'm really excited because I'm actually going to be able to live stream from my phone, which we tried to do before, and I wasn't super happy with the quality, but now they're kind of buffing up what we're able to do with it. So can you say sandwich videos? Because I can. So instead of videos, they're just going to be live streams. But I'm really excited for these kind of things. So I hope you guys are excited for that as well. I'm just going to be able to put way more time and energy and effort and care behind the live streams and things like that. So I'm really excited for that. Of course, I'll be doing like, you know, and I guess the last thing that I want to mention before we kind of get on with the show is that I am really close to 1,000 subs now. I'm only 95 away. I'm expecting a large influx during next week when there is when I'm doing the live stream for UBCL. Hopefully we can get that thing huge. That would be awesome. And then hopefully we can see some subs. But I'm hoping that people start to sub for this content right here, and so I'm going to be doing a little bit more marketing around it and things like that, because once I hit 1,000, we're going big. Like, I'm really excited. Like, I'm going to be doing a big giveaway, which Drugan, I know I still owe you. I feel terrible. Just side note, I owe Drugan Steam gift card, which is hard for me to do because I have to actually go to the store and get it, because you can't buy Steam gift cards online, which is stupid. Anyway, so yeah, frustrating, but I apologize, Drugan. So that's all I wanted to say. Okay, that's enough. We're already like 10 minutes in the stream. It's time. I'm done with all of these updates. If you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter at ChainGearGame. Message me or email me at chaingeargaming@gmail.com. Whatever. Hit me up in the comments after this is over. But it's time to bring in a special guest. Sometimes community manager, my roommate, Anthony, otherwise known as EinTaxi.
Hey.
Hello, Anthony. How are you? How have things been?
Wonderful.
And the most important question, what have you been playing?
I'm sorry, I'm just...
Oh, yeah, no, please, fix your hair. Fix your hair.
Yeah, I know it's really important to you guys. What have I been playing? I have been playing Fallout Shelter.
Fallout Shelter, a mobile game.
Yeah.
Or a PC game. You can actually get this on your PC now.
Really new game.
Yeah.
No one's ever heard of it.
It's old. He's lying.
Kind of a hipster about it, but no. I got a new phone.
You did.
And that's why I now can play games like Fallout Shelter.
Which is a good game.
And your favorite mobile game in the world.
All right, we'll talk about that.
But we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
I have also, in the recent past, because it was probably like a month ago, I've played both XCOM games.
Ah, yes. XCOM Enemy Unknown or whatever, and then XCOM 2. Yeah. Incredible games, by the way. Incredible games. Yeah.
So good.
I played XCOM 1, and then for those that may know me, or might have known me from like the very early days of my YouTubing, my PS3 had some issues, and I had to wipe it. I didn't have to wipe it, but it was wiped, and I stopped playing because it was too painful for my heart. But incredible game.
Yeah.
Incredible game.
Yeah, they're amazing.
You played another game as well. That you played two games that
I've played multiple games.
Right? Well, you played Deus Ex.
Yes.
Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and Mankind Divided.
Oh, well, I already had played Human Revolution.
True. But because of it.
Yes.
Right.
I played those two in succession.
Did you play the Mankind Divided? Now, you guys know how I feel about Mankind Divided. I love the game. You had a little bit different feeling about it. But you also got the game very inexpensively.
Yes.
Which we've talked about on this channel. If you guys know, after we kind of talk about what games we've been playing, we'll talk about the sales. And Deus Ex is always on sale. And you got like all of the DLC and everything, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. How did you get to play any of the DLC?
I played the Breach game mode. I don't know if that's DLC.
No, it's not DLC. It's just like a new. It's just kind of like
I didn't bother playing the DLC.
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying.
I was kind of.
I mean, I get it.
I was kind of disappointed, so I didn't play the DLC.
Fair.
I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't.
Me and Anthony have some different feelings about games overall. Like Anthony bought a very inexpensive version of Deus Ex and got double the content. I bought the base game for $60 and then didn't play it until late. I loved the game. He was kind of disappointed with the game.
No, I mean, I still thought it was a great game, but I was disappointed with it.
I got it. I understand.
Compared to Human Revolution.
Fair. Very fair. And I played Human Revolution years ago. So what other games have you been playing? I think you've been playing at least one or two other ones that are probably worth mentioning. FTL. I'm saying FTL.
Faster than light.
That's important. Faster than light. I named this. I wanted you to mention this because Drugan, I feel like you might know a little bit about Drugan. You're a PC player. FTL is like a huge PC game. Like people love this game.
On PS4?
No, definitely not. Yeah. No.
It seems to be way too much going on.
No. They have a couple games like that, like resource management kind of things. But yeah, no, there's not really like FTL's not on there. But.
There's just too much. There's way too much going on for it to be even playable on PS4.
And one other game. You just beat it. I had it.
Oh, Black Mesa.
Now, if you guys don't know what Black Mesa is, it's probably because you don't have a PC. And FTL is on mobile, Butter Brian says?
I can see that.
I guess I could see that. That's weird.
I feel like it would be like pretty intensive for a phone.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Fallout Shelter on crack.
Speaking of which, I'm probably going to download it on mobile.
Fair, yeah. Black Mesa is Half-Life Episode 1, but redone.
Not Episode 1, just Half-Life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Half-Life.
Well, Half-Life is... Yeah, okay, fair. I guess Episode 1 is 2, right? 2 Episode 1 is what it's called?
Yeah, the way it goes is Half-Life...
I don't care.
Half-Life 2, then Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, just kidding.
It's confusing.
So, Half-Life, remade.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
What? Half-Life. It's the original Half-Life remade, and it's gorgeous, great game. I've been playing it on my PC a little bit, but I really can't wrap my brain around mouse and keyboard. And you basically need to play with mouse and keyboard, as you saw when I was trying to do some things in there. Yeah, I would love to see it be like ported over to like PS4. It probably won't because it's basically a fan project. But
they're still not even completely done.
Right, no, it's not
PC
done.
Version.
Yeah, but it is awesome. Yeah, it's awesome to be able to kind of relive it. I only watched Half-Life 1 being played, so kind of being able to kind of go through it again was pretty cool.
Especially since, did you play all the Half-Life 2 games?
I didn't play any of them. I watched all of them. My old friend played
as a fan of, I got the, I don't know if I got the orange box or I got a thing called the black box, which was like the orange box when that came out for Xbox 360. When I had an Xbox 360, and that had Portal.
Oh, that's orange box.
No, but the black box was pretty much the orange box. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, maybe it was just like.
But
I
might have got the
something?
orange box. It had Portal, Team Fortress 2,
yeah,
and all the Half-Life 2 games.
I think that's orange box.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Maybe black box was like pre-order version.
Yeah, I don't know. And so I played through all the Half-Life 2 games in a row, and they're all great.
Yeah, no, I mean they're legendary games. Legendary. I mean, I loved watching. There's a lot of really interesting parts in it, and it was my best friend at the time that I was watching play it. But
and so Half-Life, Black Mesa is Half-Life 1 in that engine, I think.
In the newest engine, yeah,
or like a better engine.
Yeah. Whatever the newest source engine is currently. Cool. All right. So you've been playing a lot of games. As per usual.
I also started playing Killer is Dead.
Ah, yes. Another PC game. And PS3 game, actually. It was a PS3 game. I just never got to play
it. But fun, weird game.
Suda 51. Grasshopper Manufacturer. You guys actually.
For those of you that saw,
I can't think of the name of it now. The Dark Souls-like game that we play.
Let It Die.
Let It Die, yeah.
Let It Die.
A crazy, ridiculous game. Cool, awesome. Well, I've been playing a couple of games. Only a couple, though. I've been playing Overwatch. Not anymore because my PS4 is down, but which we will be talking about Overwatch at the end of this, at the end of the show. So if you guys are interested in learning our feelings about the new stuff for Overwatch, stay tuned. But yeah, playing a lot of Overwatch. I play a lot of mobile games. And when I say mobile games, I mean one.
You mean one.
And I play them way too long. Fire Emblem Heroes, which I talked about the last two GearCasts, but I can't stop playing it. It is way too addicting. I'm almost done the main story part, which is exciting. It's only like nine major chapters. And I don't really know what happens after that, but I have so many like units that I'm trying to like level up and get ready. So it's just a lot of fun. I would highly recommend it. If you guys want me to like show you Fire Emblem Heroes, I can live stream off my phone easily.
Really?
Yeah, it's super easy. Like YouTube Gaming allows you to just live stream right off your phone. So if you guys want to see Fire Emblem Heroes, I love the game. I'd love to show it to you guys. Let me know. Butterbrun, you mentioned Skyrim. I will be playing Skyrim. Not sure if
Skyrim?
I will be playing Skyrim. I'll be playing Oblivion. I already mentioned that.
Okay.
But I'll definitely be playing Skyrim as well. Both highly moddable games. But I'm just going to actually beat them, mind you. I will be just beating them. And then I'll go back and mod them later.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I
probably
believe
not.
you.
No, I'll probably mod them. Thanks for believing me. But and then the other game that both of us we've been playing, and maybe I'll get to stream it.
Oh, yeah.
My PS4 is still here. We might stream it. I don't know. I do really like the game. Enter the Gungeon.
I could just like buy it on
I think I have
Steam and yeah.
Enter the Gungeon is awesome. If it's on sale, like buy it immediately. It's so good. Enter the Gungeon is just like a roguelike.
It makes me think of the guys who made Battle Block Theater and Castle Crashers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like in terms of like all the silliness.
Yeah.
And kind of like the art style.
It's made by the guys that made Hotline Miami and Devolver. Yeah, and they're a publisher, so they didn't actually make it. Sorry, they published this game, but they are a developer as well. But they published this game, and it's incredible. It's just so good. Yeah. Highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, take a look at it. Hopefully, we'll have some time to stream it or something like that.
For those of you that are skeptical, you literally get to shoot bullets at bullets.
Yeah. Or shoot guns at bullets.
Yes, I forgot that.
Yeah.
It's
so much fun.
There's a shell gun which shoots shotguns.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Instead of a shotgun that shoots shells.
Anyway, so those are all the games we've been playing. We're already like 20 minutes in, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of push this over to. This is really cool. Ready? Watch this. So we're gonna talk about sales. You know, you guys know how it goes. We're going to talk about the PlayStation Network sales that are going on. This is a lot for me because I like to go over the sales, but it's also for you guys. So for you guys that are PlayStation Plus or PlayStation players, and for those that are PC players, it's also, you tend to see similar sales going on at the same time. So like if there's a Square Enix sale, there's usually a Square Enix sale on like Steam. That happened with Deus Ex and all those games.
Yep.
So it is it's helpful, I think, enough. But what's cool is I can now do this. I can show you guys what's going on. This is so cool. I love this. I'm such a nerd. All right. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the sales. There are 4 different sales going on. This is the PlayStation Plus, or this, I keep saying Plus. This is the PlayStation Store on the web, so store.playstation.com, and if you're in the UK, it should automatically go to the UK. If you're in France, it'll automatically go to the French site. But yeah, there are a couple sales here, and they're fairly good. The first one I want to go over, actually, let's go over the Grand Theft Auto one. It's really simple, really easy. Everything's basically just 50% off. Grand Theft Auto 5 at this point is always 50% off. At some point, they'll hopefully just price drop it, but they won't. So it's still at full price, $60. But you can buy it for $30. And if you want to buy the Ultra Mega Edition and you have some friends to play with online, you can buy the Ultra Super Mega Megalodon Shark whatever for $60, which is the actual full price. So definitely, if you haven't bought Grand Theft Auto 5, now is a great time to buy it, just like always. I don't even know what to say about that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that this is on sale, just in case for some reason you've still been waiting. And now let's go back to the PlayStation Plus sale. We'll be talking about PlayStation Plus and the new games coming out later, but every once in a while they have PlayStation Plus specials, and they have some other Grand Theft Auto and the Grand Theft Auto, who are those guys? The publisher, or not the publisher, the Rockstar. Other Rockstar games as well. There are a lot of PS2 originals here, which I love. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the PS2 is basically perfectly emulated, actually, and up-resed on the PS4. It's awesome. So I have all of the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, which is right here. I'm not 100% sure how much it costs because I already have it purchased, but it's 50% off. I believe it was $30, so it's probably $15, and it's totally worth it. You get Grand Theft Auto 3, you get Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and you get Grand Theft Auto Vice City. All incredible games. Bully is on sale as well. Those are all... you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching my friend play it. It's a great game.
Yeah, they're all really, really great Rockstar games. Highly recommend getting the trilogy at minimum. There's so much content. It's just so much. It's 3 games that are all, legendary games. There are also two other really, really fun games. Yep. Destroy All Humans. I've thought about just getting these. I have so many games that I just don't have the time, but these are incredible games, PS2 games that they're just so much fun. Ark the Lad is a RPG. If you're into RPGs and for some reason you want to go ahead and dive into some old RPGs, Ark the Lad is a good one. There's some other games in here as well. Super Combo, I have no idea how to say the Fuun Super Combo, that's a fighting game. Almost all of these games are PS2 games. Almost every single one. I believe Max Payne is a PS1 game. Parappa the Rapper 2, that's a PS2 game. Psychonauts, incredible. The fact that's $250, highly recommend. Red Dead Revolver, Red Faction, the first one. Dude, I kind of want to get that.
Oh.
The original Red Faction.
Guerrilla Warfare?
No, it's the original. The OG. Before Guerrilla Warfare. Yeah. So a lot of old stuff here, which is awesome. So if you guys are interested, Twisted Metal Black. Oh god, man.
Any Twisted Metal game?
Yeah, they're great. So I would highly recommend you guys check out this sale if you guys are interested in old stuff. For those that know me, I'm not usually interested in old stuff, but when it's just like a classic, I just feel like I have to get it. So good sale for sure. A lot of great value here. If anything, Grand Theft Auto the trilogy and a lot of these games that are like $250, like Psychonauts. No, not Parappa the Rapper.
No,
get Parappa the Rapper if you're like Parappa the Rapper is unforgiving.
Oh really?
I don't think I live streamed it.
I never played it, but I've just heard it's amazing.
So it is great. It is great, but I wouldn't just be like, oh, you should get Parappa the Rapper. It's an unforgiving rhythm game, and it drives me nuts. They're remaking the first one in 4K and things like that. So, you could always wait for that one and see kind of how it goes, but it's up to you. But a lot of games out here that are really, really low in price, and I would definitely recommend checking them out. Twisted Metal, things like that. Awesome. So the next sale, this is probably out for PC as well. An EA sale.
Oh god.
What?
$5 for Battlefield 4.
Oh yeah.
I paid full price for that game.
Years ago though, right?
Like a year ago. I don't know if I paid.
Well, you didn't pay full price a year ago. Maybe you paid $30 for it a year ago.
A year or two, yeah.
EA, these prices are getting low. They're getting low. Let's go ahead and make sure we sort this out for PS4 only. I feel like there's always an EA sale. I don't want to go over this too hard. Really just recognize that there is a sale here. Shooters are extremely inexpensive at this point. I would highly recommend not getting any of the base versions of the games. For example, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1. I would not recommend getting those. I would recommend getting their Ultimate Editions if they're there. So Battlefield 1, its Ultimate Edition is out. It's $77, so you might still want to wait. But if you guys know Battlefield or any EA game, they release a ridiculous amount of content afterwards, at least for their shooters, and you're going to have to pay for it. Battlefield, if you want to play, right? Battlefield is the worst of the offenders, and I would highly recommend not buying the base game and just waiting to get the Ultimate Edition when it's $60 or $50. Because people like me will buy a game, and then I'll buy it at base price and then end up paying $120 later. If you guys just pay $60 for all of the game, it's worth it. Destiny. Yeah, a lot of games like that. A lot of sports games for you guys out there. Mirror's Edge Catalyst is back on sale. Highly recommend if you guys like Mirror's Edge or first person, free roaming, that kind of stuff. I've not yet to play it, but I'm really excited because the price probably warrants the ratings at this point. The ratings were like mediocre, just like the first one, and I loved the game. So Need for Speed, if you guys need to get your speed on, then you can go ahead and get it. You can save up to 70%. I don't know what that means. Saving up to 70% when you can only buy the bundle. Right. So why would it be up to 70?
Maybe you can buy them separately.
Yeah, but why would it say that for the bundle? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like this bundle, hold on. This bundle doesn't say up to. It says exactly 67%. I don't understand. Yeah, but Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, Deluxe Bundle, not bad. But I think that's enough. I don't want to spend too much time here. I believe Hardline is also like $5. But yeah, if you guys are just craving some shooters or some sports games, EA sale. Last sale that I want to mention is the 505 Games publisher sale. I love 505 Games. Very similar to kind of Devolver in a lot of ways. They're an indie publisher, which is kind of doesn't make any sense, but let's pretend it does.
I already see the first three.
Yeah, Terraria, incredible. Abzu, basically an underwater journey. If you guys like those kind of games, definitely check it out. Sniper Elite 3, great game. Yeah, really great stuff here. Payday 2, on PS4, I think it could be better, but still an incredible game.
I can remember it being pretty popular.
On PC, it's extremely popular. On PS4, okay, well, to be fair, I sunk way too many hours in that game, so yeah, it's good. And make sure I just filter out PS3. So I actually already bought games from the sale. I already had Terraria, which is an incredible game, so I would highly recommend buying that.
Yep.
And I bought Defense Grid 2, which is a tower defense first-person shooter. So they're tower defense plus you shooting things. So that's fun. I also believe that it's multiplayer, so that's always fun. Co-op. And then I also bought Pixel Piracy, which is kind of like Terraria meets Pirates, and kind of. But it was super inexpensive. I think it was like less than $5 or $2 something. Oh, and I bought Sniper Elite 3. I love Sniper Elite, and when they drop down to $10, I always buy them. You do?
I've never played them. I gotta.
Yeah. I love them. I mean, they're really great games.
I think there's a new one, right?
Yeah, 4 has really good ratings. So, all right, awesome. So I don't want to spend too much, any more time really on this stuff at all. And then here we go, switching the scene back to my face. Ah, so cool. Awesome. So those are all the sales. See what you guys have to say in the comments. What's so good about Destroy All Humans? Butter Brian, great question.
Geez, not even a question.
Yeah, Destroy All Humans is basically like
I don't even know if there is really a story. It's just you're an alien.
Yeah.
You come down to Earth. And you're like, I'm going to destroy all humans. And you have crazy weapons. And you just destroy everything on the planet.
Imagine Grand Theft Auto, get rid of the story, get rid of the vehicles, and then just like run around. And like imagine that sandbox style. Replace all the weapons with crazy weapons. So actually it's probably better to say, picture Saints Row. Because Saints Row is crazy.
Ridiculous cheap.
Yeah, like 3 and 4.
Yep.
And then get rid of all of the other stuff. And it's so much fun. It's a great game.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it holds up, but I hope it does.
Nah, it does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't played it. But we'll see if it holds up. We'll see. And Pixel Piracy, great game. Butter Brian, I'm glad that you're still here. Anybody that's watching this afterwards, after the stream, definitely let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below. Are there any games that you guys are interested in buying? Like I said, I already bought some from the 505 sale, and I don't even have a PS4. Well, I do right now, but I won't soon. So I'll probably play some games today. Let's be honest. All right. So the next thing that I want to talk about today is the R&R. If you guys can't tell, this video is going to be long today. But we're going to talk about R&R. For those that don't know, R&R stands for reviews and releases. Reviews come first, releases come second, and there are a lot of things that have been reviewed and released. And so we'll start with the reviews. There have been 2 major games, and I'm actually going to go to Metacritic for reviews, because Metacritic just has more reviews on it.
You want to actually like build up to the 2 big games?
We could. So you want to leave those to
the smaller ones? Yeah.
For the reviews?
Yeah.
There are only 2 games we're reviewing. Or we're talking about reviews. The other ones are the releases.
Oh,
we can talk about the releases first if you want.
Either way.
Sure, let's talk about the releases first. I lied. Never mind. We're going to talk about the releases first.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, keep you on your toes. Yeah. Let's talk about the releases. That's fine. I'm totally cool with that. Let me go ahead and switch back. Yeah. So the releases that I want to talk about for this upcoming week, and so for this upcoming week up to the 11th, basically, there are 3 games I want to talk about, and 2 of them are my most anticipated for 2017. It sucks that I'm not going to have a PS4, but it also means I can let the price drop, so I'm okay with it. And there are 2 games. If you guys can't already tell, let me scroll down a little bit. You guys should know this. You should know this. Nier Automata and Ghost Recon Wildlands. There's another game that I kind of want to mention, but these 2 games I am so stupidly excited about. There's some other games coming out later in November, but these 2, my most anticipated game, if you guys remember, going back to most anticipated games of 2017, and that was back in like December and January, Nier Automata is literally right at the top. It is the number 1 game I'm so excited for. There is a demo. If you have not played the demo, you need to go ahead and play the demo. If I have not streamed you the demo, I will stream you the demo. The demo is incredible, and the game, I cannot wait for it. It already has tons of ratings. If you guys can see, that's a 93. So let's just go ahead and click on it. Let's just click on it. So releases.com, which I love, by the way, still don't get paid for it, does a meta score as well. So taking multiple scores and putting them together. It's not as robust as Metacritic, but it's good enough for me. And it has so many great scores. It has a 93, which is a 9.3, which is a 9 out of 10. It's incredible. The game's not even out yet. People have obviously been playing pre-releases, and there's a lot of content out there if you want to check it out, but God, this game is just getting such good reviews. This is based on 4 reviews alone. And if I go ahead and go over to, what is this thing called? Metacritic. Well, I can go look that up later. But I'm just so excited for this game. I'm pumped. That's Horizon Zero Dawn. Awkward. I messed up. But Nier Automata, oh my God, I can't wait. It's so exciting. I'll definitely have to stream it. I know it's not a PC game. It's just it is PC. What?
It is.
This is coming out on PC?
Huh.
Oh, I did not know that. Interesting.
It's just released like 10 days later.
Yeah, super interesting. So Drugan, you should buy this game. You should buy this game. I'm so excited. Oh my God. All right. Anyway, sorry for Xbox players out there. Sorry for Nintendo players out there. We'll talk about you guys later. So Nier Automata, super excited about that. And then the next one is Ghost Recon Wildlands. No metadata yet because the game is not. They have not released review copies or anything like that.
Another PC game.
Yes, yeah, definitely. This is a completely multi-console game, multi-platform game, mobile game. I'm just kidding. They do have a mobile client for it, though. But PS4, obviously, for myself, super excited. Comes out on the 7th, so that's a Tuesday, I believe. Yes. And, yeah, I can't wait for this game either. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. The fact that it's just like free roam, kind of figuring out what you want to do, whatever. You and your buds kind of jump in and just kind of kill stuff. And I think the free roaming aspect of it, some people were saying that they kind of find it boring. It's everything that I ever wanted in a Ghost Recon game or in a third person game. So, I mean, when I play games like Uncharted or The Last of Us, my favorite part of those games are the online multiplayer after I beat them when I'm playing with my friends, specifically Ballistic Phoenix mostly, and my old roommates, because it's just so much. We put so much stock into it for no good reason. And third person gives you a sense of the world, unlike a first person game, where you're kind of like in the shoes, and at some point you kind of just you're not looking at the character and seeing what they're doing, and I don't know, something for me just it brings it together. So Ghost Recon Wildlands, super excited for this game. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat and in the comment section below if you guys are watching this post live. But I don't know if you guys have anything to say about it. Awesome! So glad that you're here. Sorry, guys. Butter Brian, you mentioned Trove. Trove is coming out the week after that. We'll definitely talk about that for sure. Right now it's in beta, open beta, but we will definitely talk about that for sure next week. Awesome. Glad that you're here. Sorry to hear that you broke your arm and wrist. That sucks, dude. That really sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hope you get well soon. Glad that you're here. You, Butterbrine, possibly someone else, probably me. But I'm glad that you guys are here, and I'm glad that you guys are watching this after post live. For those that are watching, wish Awesome, getting well soon. But Awesome,
There was another game that looked really enticing to me on those releases.
Oh, true. So there's one more, and I don't know if it's that enticing, but I think it's interesting.
Sticks. Shards of Darkness.
Oh, that's all the way March 14th. We're talking about this next week. We can talk about Sticks next week if you want.
It was also sarcastic.
I know. Lego Worlds. So this is interesting. I want to mention this only because Lego has consistently made good games. I don't know if you guys remember, but when we were talking about games for people to play as entry games, Vampire Peaches had mentioned any Lego game, and I completely agree with them. And Lego Worlds, I think, is literally like Minecraft plus Lego games. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see like what this game brings. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. I think that's my only issue. Is like kind of hard to like notice. Like if it's like a $60 game, like there's no way I'm gonna buy it. But if there's a demo or something I could jump into and try it, I definitely wouldn't mind. And if it's a free to play game, you already won. So I definitely got to give this a try. But I kind of just wanted to let you guys know that this was coming out. But those are the releases for games that are coming out. Should we jump into the reviews? We kind of already talked about it. There are some other things I want to mention when it comes to releases, but reviews?
Yeah. Unless you want to do the other.
No. Let's go ahead and jump into the reviews. Guys, there are two incredible games that came out recently. The first one that I want to mention is Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn and this other game both got many 10 out of 10s, which blows my mind. Many 9 out of 10s. Apparently, some people like to give it less, but that's okay. If we you guys can kind of check out right here when we take a look at the critic reviews. It actually has an 88 on Metacritic, which isn't terrible. It's great. I mean, it's very close to a 9 out of 10. But I just want to show you guys how many 10 out of 10s it's gotten, or 100 out of or 100 out of 100. So many 100s. Like it's crazy. They've gotten a lot of 9 out of 10s as well. But like, I mean, look at these. Like, I mean, it's just incredible. Like 9.8, 9.8, 9.7. I mean, these scores are incredible. 9.5 from Polygon. Polygon's one of my favorite.
Jimquisition.
Yeah, Jimquisition gave it a 9. If if Jim's giving it a good score. 9.5, right? I mean, these are really... IGN gave it a 9.3.
IGN Spain.
I thought IGN actually gave it a 10, which is throwing me off a little bit. So I'm actually going to open it real quick. Sorry. I swear they gave it a 10. No, I gave it a 9.3. But seriously, like really, really incredible game. So I've been watching the reviews and things like that. A game that I definitely plan on getting. Vampire Peaches already has the game. I definitely plan on getting the game probably right when I get my PS4 back. Even though I should be playing Final Fantasy 15 or any of the other hundreds of games that I bought. But Horizon Zero Dawn is one of those games I will buy and just beat because it's a PlayStation exclusive. And every time a PlayStation exclusive comes out, I buy it and I play it and I beat it because they're incredible games. And Horizon Zero Dawn, obviously incredible. For those that don't know, it's made by my guys at Guerrilla Games. Guerrilla Games. I'm actually going to go ahead and see if I can... open up their website real quick. I just wanted to highlight it. There we go. But like, God, I'm just so excited for this game. Like it's got so much. Oh, see, this is what makes me not. This makes me excited for not buying it now. No, this is fine. That means I can buy it later when it's cheaper. But I mean, I'll probably buy it digital anyway. But I'm super excited. It's 4K when you're playing on the PS4 Pro, which means it's going to look gorgeous. But this game is just incredible. PlayStation exclusive. Everyone's been giving it raving reviews, as I mentioned. I don't want to spend any more time on it because I don't have the game. And of course, I'll be doing some first impressions and then hopefully a review later on.
Did you see any gameplay of it?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I've seen tons of gameplay.
It literally just looks like... I have no idea what the premise is. It just looks like... kind of like a survival game, but probably not a survival game with robot dinosaurs.
It's so far from anything Guerrilla Games has ever done. You can kind of see some of the aesthetics that come through, but Guerrilla Games makes Killzone. This is so far from Killzone. Killzone, a first person black and red shooter, very dark game in terms of its colors, in terms of its story. The Hellgast Empire. Like, I mean, it's completely different from this. This is a third person, very visually light game, and I'm just really excited for it. So I don't even have anything else to say. I'm just so excited. The other game that I want to mention that had even better reviews, which I'm not surprised in the slightest, is an incredible game called The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game has a 98. Let's just go ahead and open these critic reviews. Look at all these hundreds, bro. DualShockers, I love DualShockers. Forbes, which is always funny when Forbes goes ahead and writes a review. Yahoo, that's a great one. Chico Central, they're all right. But look at all these. Like I'm scrolling down, and these are still all hundreds. These are still all hundreds. Polygon gives it 100. Nintendo Life, surprise, gave it 100. Like, look at GameSpot. I love GameSpot, mind you. GameSpot, 100. IGN gave it 100.
Time Magazine.
God, Time Magazine gave it 100.
I didn't even know Time Magazine.
IGN Spain, what are you doing? 9.7. Guys, these games. So we actually saw this played yesterday. Unfortunately, we saw it on a Wii U. So the
it was
frame,
still good.
Oh yeah, but the frame rate was pretty bad. But being able to see it firsthand was honestly really awesome. And I've been watching a lot of 60 frame gameplay. I should say streaming at 60K, 60 frame. I don't think it's a 60 FPS game, but incredible looking graphics for a console that doesn't use 1080p graphics. Yes, the Switch does not use 1080p graphics all the time. So it's a beautiful game. It's awesome. It's Legend of Zelda plus survival. And it's really awesome to see, like, the changes that Legend of Zelda and Nintendo has been making. It's literally, I mean, if you've played any Legend of Zelda games, and if you haven't played any Legend of Zelda games, the closest thing to a Legend of Zelda game out there, aside from the extreme ripoff Oceanhorn on PS4, honestly, is Darksiders. Darksiders is the closest thing to it. It's not that close, but like the aesthetic is very similar in a lot of ways. What would you call that? Not mazes, not temples.
Puzzles?
The puzzles are very similar. The adventuring is very similar. Like, you get your horse and you go around and you do stuff. The lock-on combat system is kind of similar. Yeah, it's an incredible game. I don't even really want to say anything more about it because I don't have it, and I don't have a Switch, which we'll be talking about as well very soon. But I just wanted to go ahead and bring this to your guys' attention. Very, very, very impressed by these two games. I told you the R&R was going to be long this time, guys. So we talked about Horizon Zero Dawn, Legend of Zelda, Nier, which I'm so excited for. Way more excited than Horizon Zero Dawn. I did not. Good point. We did mention Ghost Recon Wildlands. Super excited about that. We mentioned the Lego game that's coming out. But there's a game that I wanted to mention, as Anthony had just mentioned. There's a game called A King's Tale, and I think I can go ahead and bring it up. I already got rid of the thing, but go ahead and look it up on PlayStation. It's the easiest way for me to explain this to you is if you pre-ordered Final Fantasy 15, you got a free like 8-bit game that's like a side scroller, and it's just a free side scrolling Final Fantasy 15 game, and now it's free for everyone. I just kind of want to let everybody know about that because it's free and free games are great. I'll probably try and stream it or something like that because it's free, and I want you guys to be able to check it out, see if it's worth your time downloading. But it's, I just saw all of a sudden it popped up on my feed one day, saw that it was free, and so I just wanted to let you guys know. Thanks for reminding me about that. I think it came out like not a week ago, but yeah, maybe a week ago. But just wanted to let you guys know. But speaking about free games, if you guys have PlayStation Plus, which, how many times do I have to explain this? You need to get it. There's new games out. Before we kind of talk about those, I did want to go ahead and go back to the comments. Awesome. You just said you can't play video games for 6 weeks. We're in the same boat. Don't know why you can't. Let me know why. Butter Brine, Infinite Cycle. I don't know what that means. Proud Noob, Feel Better Little Pikachu. For those that are in the Discord, you'll know what that's about. Okay, cool. I'm going to get some Nintendo Switch. Butter Brine. Let me know how it is. And then EinTaxi. How'd you get that name?
I just if you know Cowboy Bebop, the anime, I really liked the corgi named Ein.
The dog.
And at some point I was learning German through Duolingo. And
good app.
For some reason, I just thought I would create a new Steam name because I needed a new Steam account. And I was just like, I'm just going to name it EinTaxi, which would translate to a taxi in German. That's the story.
And now you know. Now you know.
Really exciting.
Butter Brian says, no, I will not get one when you talk about the Nintendo Switch. Well, you know what? Let's just jump right into the Nintendo Switch. We'll talk about the PlayStation Plus stuff later. Nintendo Switch. This is a great... So the Nintendo Switch just came out, right? I actually believe we can go ahead and jump to Metacritic and see if I can pull this up. But, yeah, right there. Hardware reviews. Let's go ahead and jump back here. The Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch came out, I believe, this week. Not 100% sure, though. But it's gotten some really, really great reviews. These are just kind of like mentions. But you guys can see here a little bit. It's got nothing lower than an 80. Which is pretty good. I watched GameSpot's review and I watched IGN's review, and the Nintendo Switch has been getting a lot of good praise. Oh, it said available March 3rd. So yeah, it came out a couple days ago, 2 days ago, yesterday.
No, yeah.
Oh, I thought. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah,
that's why everyone was playing
right.
Zelda yesterday.
Yeah, so incredible console, I think personally. But I think what's interesting is that. Every single review that I watched, the two that I watched, mentioned at the end that it's all about the games. So the game, I was watching a review for, what was it? The new Astros. If you guys don't know what Astros are, they're a headset. So just really quick, Astros. Nope.
That's a baseball.
Astro headset. Okay, so Astros are like the number one gaming headset, right? And I just wanted to kind of show you something real quick. PS4, let's go ahead and just jump into the Astros here. I just want to show you guys the price. They're the number one headset, right, for gaming, for great reason. And these are the new Astro A50s. At one point, I thought about buying these. These are $300 starting for headphones. Mind you, these are audiophile headphones. That means really high-grade audio, headphones. Space in it. These are $100. Not bad, right? Not bad. $100 for. I mean, I know for some of you guys probably are like, that's expensive, and it is. Oh yeah, I got my Audio Technicas. These are way cheaper than actually at the time I bought them. They're not. These are modded A50s. But yeah, like. I bought three headsets. You don't have to grab the other ones. I bought 3 headsets for the price of this. Cheaper, actually. The reason I want to bring this up is because you can buy Astro headsets for your PS4, or you can buy a Nintendo Switch. And I think that this is what's interesting is that the Nintendo Switch starts at $300. Actually, I thought it was $250. But apparently $300. And what I think is interesting is that. Is it a worthwhile investment? And, everybody's basically saying it's the games, right? If the games are worth it. And the highest rated game right now of 2017 is Breath of the Wild, right? I actually just recently, I'm going to go on vacation soon, fun fact, which is a long story, not one that I want to talk about. I basically got a vacation for about $200. I can go on vacation for $200, or I can buy a Switch for another $100. So I think it's interesting. So, Anthony, just for a couple minutes, I kind of want to talk to you about, I want to learn a little bit about your feelings about Nintendo as a game company. We can talk about the hardware and stuff later. We both have very similar ideas about what we would love to see Nintendo do, right? Like Nintendo, because they're so quirky and they do all of these crazy things, it's hard to want to invest unless you're already in the ecosystem. Both of us, I think, would rather than just become a third-party publisher.
Yeah, in general, I haven't had that much interest in Nintendo, except for niche things like, Mario Kart, or Smash Bros, or literally just any exclusive to a Nintendo console is the only thing that interests me. And I mean, I owned Game Boys.
Right.
I owned the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance, so obviously I've but playing some Nintendo games. I never owned a Nintendo console, but I've never really had that much interest other than those particular exclusive games, and I don't necessarily feel warranted for buying a console.
So yeah, we don't want to talk about the hardware. We don't want to talk about the hardware. But you mentioned you had just mentioned about 2 or 3 times that it's the games.
Yes, the games.
And you seem to you may not have interest in the hardware, buying the hardware, but you do have some games on a Nintendo that you really enjoy. Like name a couple of them. I mean, I know one of them that you recently just played literally like every single one of their games, but
which
Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah.
You literally just went through all the Fire Emblem games. Yeah. Fire Emblem. Did you ever play any of the Pokemon games?
Yeah. I mean, definitely.
Actually, you just played one of the Pokemon games, right? Didn't you just play one of the Pokemon games? Won't talk about how you got it, but you played one on your phone, I think. Not Pokemon Go.
I kind of played it.
So you're getting into it.
I just stopped playing it.
Super Smash Bros. Because Super into, right?
Yeah, Super Smash Bros. But I mean,
for
me, Super Smash Bros. Was never a game that I owned. Gotcha. So like, I was into it, and I would go over people's houses to play it, but I would never own it myself.
So the only Nintendo consoles you ever owned or platforms you ever owned were Game Boys?
Just the Game Boys.
And so what did you play on Game Boy? Aside from Fire Emblem.
A ton of games. Golden Sun.
What were your favorites?
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
What were my favorites?
Just 2 more that you can remember. Golden Sun, you mentioned.
For some reason, I'm thinking of A Bug's Life, which was a terrible game.
All right, that's enough of that.
Which was a terrible
so
game.
What I think is interesting, right? Like, so I'm a Nintendo child. Like, I was brought up on Nintendo. I played tons of, Fire Emblem was one of my first games were Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy on the Game Boy, which is very interesting. A lot of people are like, what? Like, a lot of people think PlayStation. But yeah, I played a lot of RPGs on Nintendo. I played some Mario, not a lot. Was never super interested in platforming. I was more interested in tactical stuff and story. And then I played Legend of Zelda on the GameCube, and I played Kirby Air Ride. I played.
I did play the Zelda games for Game Boy.
Okay, yeah.
And I did play all the Pokemon games that were.
Actually, that's funny. When you mentioned, go back to it real quick for maybe those that don't remember or weren't around. We were just talking about games that we're playing currently, and one of them is Enter the Gungeon. Very reminiscent of old Zelda games, where you go into a temple and you have to go through the doors. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So what I think is interesting is Legend of Zelda. I'm with you, right? Hardware. It's so hard for me to warrant buying this $300 console for Zelda.
Yes.
Right? And people are doing it, right? I mean, people do the same thing in a lot of ways when it comes to PCs, right? They'll be like, oh, Crysis is out. This is the running joke in all PC land. Crysis is out. Time to upgrade my GPU, right? Yeah. People upgrade their GPU every year. Not everyone, but there is a segment of people that do that, and I think that relates to the segment of people that do it for Nintendo. But there are people who are craving Nintendo games. Myself, I don't know if you're craving them, but you want these Nintendo games.
Oh yeah, I remember the 3DS and Fire Emblem games. I really want to play those, but I don't know if I'll ever actually get a 3DS.
Yeah, I mean, I for a long time was thinking about getting a 2DS because you could probably find them for $50 now. Those are those little wedge things, and the DS games are uber cheap. You can buy a handful, literally a handful of those little cartridges for probably $20. I've always thought about stuff like that, and I think when it comes to Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch, I don't know, it's difficult. I feel like if I had some extra income, I would buy one. I feel like because me, I'm like the only reason I don't have an Xbox because I have a PC. Mm-hmm. There are no Xbox exclusives anymore. They're all on PC as well.
Of course, yeah.
We were just mentioning that we're probably going to get Gears.
Yeah,
we were talking about probably getting Gears. And but when it comes to Nintendo, they're only on Nintendo consoles. It sucks because I don't want to necessarily, and not the Nintendo Switch. I think is cool. I think it's awesome. I think it's I buy tablets. I buy. I don't have one right now, but I buy tech. I'm a techie guy. I'll buy it. I don't care. But What would concern me is that then it sits on the shelf, right? Is that like I have a Vita, which now Ballistic Phoenix is using. So if anybody ever sees me online and it looks like I'm playing a weird game, it's because it's not me. Ballistic Phoenix has my Vita, and like I've had that thing for a while. I probably bought it at launch at $300 or something like that, and like I loved it. It was great. Like, I have a whole bunch of games on it because of PlayStation Plus. And Nintendo Switch, my concern is that I would buy this game, buy Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for $60, and then never play another game on it.
Yeah. Maybe play some other Mario game, or if they come up with a new Smash game, like maybe.
Right. Like if there's a new Smash game, probably
really
not, right? Like, who am I going to play with? Like, I guess you and I will play. Like, we'll just beat each other up and then, like, get tired of it. Like Mario Kart, who am I going to play with? Like, same thing, right? Like, when it comes...
that's definitely a thing that I always noticed about Nintendo consoles is a lot of the great games that they have are party games.
Yeah.
Not at all solo games.
I mean, aside from Legend of Zelda, right?
Yes.
And aside from Fire Emblem, which there's supposed to be a Fire Emblem game coming out for the Switch. That's what's tough is like the Switch does have some things for it. So I don't know. I guess my final thing is that it's getting good reviews. The hardware people are saying is fine. It's weird going from I've got an ultra wide monitor in front of me, which for those that are techies, that's 1440p resolution. I've got a 4K TV behind me, and I'm about to drop down to 720 900p. If I get a Nintendo Switch, you know what I mean? So it's just weird. We're living in a very weird time. My final kind of feelings on this, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the chat in the comment section. It's just I'll go to the comment section after this video's over.
Did we even mention the whole third party thing?
Yeah, well, I had mentioned that in the beginning, right? Okay. Is that like, I think we both feel the same way, and let me know what you guys think. Is for sure, if Nintendo just became a third party,
they'd make
publisher,
so much more money.
They
sell so many more games.
Well, it's interesting because Nintendo's never sold a console at a loss, right? Never. But like, it's a good point. Like, they would sell like infinitely more games, but the reason that they have so much money right now is because of the Wii. So it's weird, right? It is weird. I completely agree with you. Like, can they do that again? No. They're not going to pull another Wii. It's not going to happen. The Switch looks awesome. Yeah. Is everyone going to buy one? No. And I think they're getting ready for it, right? They've got games. That's what I would love to see, is that they've got games on mobile now. All we need is a game on PC. And then it's over for them. And so I would not be surprised if the Switch is their...
Yeah, put it on Vita, put it on PS4, put it on anything.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would love to see Nintendo. I mean, the only thing is, like, Nintendo's not going to get bought out or anything. They have more money than everyone. Yeah. And they're doing better than everyone, which is weird because they're not doing better with their numbers, but they have more money. Yeah. So, but they would be an incredible publisher, I think. I think they'd be an incredible publisher. And I think they could be an awesome indie publisher. I think they'd publish a lot of great titles, and they know what good games look like. So,
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. But my 2 cents on it, I guess, is, give it a couple months. Maybe 4, 5, 6 months. See what other games come out for it. And the second it gets 5 hits, you'll probably see me get one. If there's a price drop or a bundle with Legend of Zelda in it, and it's like $300, you'll probably see me get it. That's all. That's my last thoughts on it. What are your last thoughts?
I'll probably see you get it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm not gonna get it myself.
Yeah, I think it'll be awesome. But again, I think having this would be awesome. Again, the issue is just like having it. All right. So there's only 2 other things I want to talk about when it comes to R&R. Let's get through this. One other thing, and then. Oh, yeah. Sorry. One other thing that I want to mention, and we'll go through it really quickly, is the PlayStation Plus games for March. 2 games that I want to mention, actually 3. Severed is an incredible game by the same guy. I think it's called Drinkbox. The guys that, I think it's Drinkbox Studios. The guys that made Guacamelee, which is an incredible game. Have you played Guacamelee?
No, but I've heard of it, and I think I've seen it.
I might download that again so we can play. It's co-op. It's great. Guacamelee is so good. Severed is made by the same guys, and it's an RPG, which is weird because that's very out of style for them. But apparently it's got really great ratings, very indie-ish. Probably why one of the reasons it's on PlayStation Plus. But I did want to mention that for Vita players. And then a Vita game turned PS4 is Tearaway. I actually played this game's demo. It's an adorable game, and it's by Media Molecule, so the guys that made Little Big Planet. I would highly recommend guys checking this game out. If you guys have, if you guys are younger and you want to try that kind of stuff out, if you guys are older and you're just looking to kind of reconnect with a childish side. I don't even want to say childish because it's not childish. It's just light and fun. Like, I love playing. I was just playing Little Big Planet the other day. Were you playing with me? I was just playing Little Big Planet the other day, and it was fun. Like, it was just fun. And so Tearaway coming out for free for a lot of people because it's not one of those games that everyone thinks about getting if you even know that it exists. So I'm really glad that this came out for free. And the other one is a game I had never heard of until today, and it's called Disc Jam. And it's basically, I don't want to get copyright striked or anything from playing this, but it's basically, actually this should be a trailer, so I should be fine. I'll just mute it. Hopefully that'll be helpful. I'll skip around a little bit. It's coming out to PC too, but it's literally like a sports game thing where you're throwing around a disc. Am I going to play this game? Yep.
It's like tennis with discs.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. No, I mean, it looks cool. It looks fun. I love games like this coming out for free. Because remember, guys, we're paying like $60 a year for this. That's one game. And the fact that we're getting all these small games is just awesome, I think. Like, we don't have to pay for, maybe a game that might be $15 indie, and it's like, I don't know if this is going to be worth my investment. So spending $60 to get a ton of games that might be good, might not be, awesome. So I'm really excited. I love the lasers.
I'm literally just watching.
Yeah, it's awesome. So I'm excited to check this out. Both games that I will be downloading and who knows, maybe be streaming. But that's basically it. I just wanted to kind of mention those. Now it is time for...
You go to the comments?
The comments. Good point. Thank you. All right. Let's see what you guys got to talk about. $300 is the same price of a PS4. Butter Brian, you are completely right. I have a PS4, though. But that is a really great point. I have a PS4 Pro, which is not $300. But that's a good point. Right, if someone is a gamer or wants to play games, would I recommend a PS3 or PS4 or a Switch? Yeah, PS4. Come on. If someone was like, okay, I've got $400 and I can buy the Switch and Breath of the Wild, I can buy a PS4 or PS4 Pro. If I buy a PS4, I can buy PlayStation Plus, or build a PC for $300. Awful idea. Not awful, but just not worth it. Or buy an Xbox One or something. Yeah, I'd say PlayStation. But if you're into games, right? If you're into tech, which I think I'm more interested in the tech side of the Nintendo Switch, and Legend of Zelda, and it's a good point though. It's a good point. Skyrim will definitely be on the Switch. I don't care because
Skyrim's on everything.
Yeah, I have Skyrim on. I have Skyrim on PC and on PS4 and on PS3.
PS3 and Xbox.
Yeah, that's where it was launched.
It's gonna be on everything.
Yeah, and it's not. It's not the enhanced edition that just recently came out.
Oh my God.
No. So, interesting, right? Yeah, very, very interesting. Brother Brian, I did own a Wii. I did not own a Wii U. I did own a Wii. I owned a GameCube. I owned an N64. I played the SNES and the NES. So, I played everything. I played a Wii U.
Sega?
That's not Nintendo, but I did play Sega. I actually owned that really fat Gamer Gear, which is a fat...
I remember that.
Yeah, I played Ego the Dolphin on it. I found it at a garage sale one day. But yeah, it's awesome. I still have it. It's probably somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I might have got rid of it. I used to play Smash. Awesome, proud noob. Cool. A Switch will mostly sell because of Zelda. I completely agree with you. Yeah, I completely agree. I think there are a lot of people who are Nintendo fans though who will buy this no matter what. But I completely agree with you. Right now, the reason is Zelda, right? So we just have to wait for some other games to come out, and we'll see. I mean, they need third-party support, right? But yeah. All right. Anyway, so let's go ahead, jump into some of these other topics that I want to talk about. We went through the R&R. Now it's time for, this is really the major portion of the show. We're already an hour in. I apologize for the length. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I have to do this. This is what I like to do. But, the reason I'm focusing so much on GearCast is because I want to make sure I can get a good feel every time I do it and understand what I liked and didn't like. And get it down to a time that you guys like. So, it's time to talk about game announcements. Anthony. There's so many game announcements. That's what the title of this show is right now. It's literally so many games or something. I can't remember. Dude, the R&R was enough, right? Like, there are games coming out that I'm super excited about. Nier, Ghost Recon, Horizon Zero Dawn came out, and Legend of Zelda. Great games, right? 4 games that are incredible. We've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes. No, I'm just kidding. And then on top of all of that, all these games were announced. Well, 2 of them. Well, one was announced. The other one was teased, right? The first one I want to talk about, probably the most important on this list. Definitely the most important on this list. Is
Pokemon Go?
Pokemon Go 2.
Oh, yeah.
Shadow of War. Middle-earth, Shadow of War. One of my favorite games at the launch of PlayStation 4 was Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor. I've talked about this game a couple times, and it just felt so correct. I almost platinumed it. The only reason I didn't was because they had one stupid... there was one stupid trophy. There was another trophy that I could have gotten, but there was one stupid trophy that I just didn't want to do anymore. I tried it so many times, and a lot of it was luck, so I just gave up. But that tells a lot about how much I like this game. As everybody knows, I am not a huge platinum person. But when the game makes sense to platinum, I platinum it. And this was one of those games. Well, the old one was. This is Shadow of War. This is the second coming of Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, which is now called Shadow of War. Apparently, the worldwide game reveal will be
3 days.
In 3 days.
Or 4-ish days.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
Hype.
Yeah, so yeah, very, very excited. Who knows? I might even do something for it. To be honest, I might do like a little
instead of a Super Bowl party.
Do a little party. I gotta make sure that I mute this. It's muted.
We can't do this. They gotta watch this.
All right, fine.
They gotta watch this trailer themselves.
Fair. All right,
because it's just such.
Yeah,
a
that's
trailer.
right. I must mess with you guys. Yeah, no. Check out this trailer, guys. It's incredible. I'll go ahead and throw it in the chat for you guys. Look, this is the chat. This is what it looks like. Paste. Where was I? Shadow of War. Yeah. Okay, so so we won't talk about the trailer that much because it is incredible. It's uber hype.
It's an epic trailer.
For those that maybe remember Castlevania, Lord of Shadows coming out, the trailer for Castlevania Lord of Shadows, which at this point is old, so it kind of doesn't look nearly as good, but it was a hype. And then the second one, super hype. This, uber hype. This was like ridiculous. This Shadow of War trailer was like a cinematic trailer of a movie.
Especially like if you're even more hype if you like love all the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, I mean, a trailer just came out recently for Pirates of the Caribbean, the newest movie. I watched that, and then I watched this, and I was like, this just completely trumps it. I'm not just saying that because I love video games. Most movie trailers are just great. They have high budgets. And, Shadow of Mordor, which is published by WB, which shout out to WB, dude. They're doing great.
WB makes movies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with it, but it's great. I mean, this looks incredible. I mean, it looks...
WB did the Arkham games. Right?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I mean, WB's great. They're a great publisher. They didn't make them, but they publish them. They're an incredible publisher. They've been really good at finding the right games to publish. And Shadow of Mordor was great. Shadow of War, super excited for. We don't have anything. All we know is that it's available around my birthday, I think.
8/22.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's available a couple days after my birthday.
Wait, what? Jeez, they're not even like wasting any time with it.
No.
They're just like,
I mean, it's been a while.
We're going to reveal this, and in the same year, we're going to.
So it's interesting. Apparently, this was actually leaked. This was leaked by Target.
By Target?
Yeah, so Target leaked it by like putting it out on like their store. Like they put like a placeholder date for like the game, which no one knew it was coming out. And then WB was like, great. So then they put it out there. But this is impressive. This is great. Yeah. It's been 4 years since Shadow of Mordor, right? It came out around the launch of PS4, I believe, and that was about 3 or 4 years ago. It was on PS3 as well, I think it's about three or 4 years. So it's been a while, and I cannot wait. When you watch the trailer, you'll understand. Like, if you're thinking, oh yeah, just more Shadow of Mordor. I don't think it's just going to be more Shadow of Mordor.
I would still be happy with more.
But I think it's going to be way bigger than
But
that.
yeah, oh yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I wouldn't be that happy with more Shadow of Mordor because that's how I felt about like Assassin's Creed. Like Shadow of Mordor is an incredible
I thought
game.
if it would be like more Shadow of Mordor, but better.
Right. Well, that's what I'm talking
happy.
about. I think the better.
Yeah.
Right. Like what would make? I mean, let's take a couple minutes. What would make Shadow of War better than Shadow of Mordor? Right. Like what would you like to see in Shadow of War?
I definitely thought in Shadow of Mordor I would have loved more boss battles. Or not even necessarily boss battles, but just like epic fights with like bigger
with tons
enemies.
Yeah.
With like more difficult enemies, like
more variety.
Can I like do it? It's been 4 years. I can do like spoilers.
Oh yeah. Sorry, so guys, spoilers for Shadows of Mordor. If you haven't played it, it's extremely inexpensive at this point. The Ultimate Omega Edition for PS4. Yeah. So. Please.
There's the I don't know if it's in the DLC or if it's in the base game, but there's the when you fight the humongous Graug.
Oh yeah,
the one that's like all armored and stuff.
It's DLC, I believe.
Yeah, I
think
the hunt, like the hunt. Yeah, that huge Graug that's just insane.
It's a Graug.
Like more stuff like that would be awesome. Like there was that in it, but if there was more of stuff like that,
I agree.
And like
variety of enemies for sure.
Like the hammer fight was pretty cool, but like there was just I think like
a good ending.
There was a few.
This game was almost perfect.
Oh god.
Aside from that.
Oh god. and it's not even just like the ending was okay. No, the ending was
bad.
Terrible.
Yeah, the rest of the game was so good that I forgave it so much. But like,
I mean, I also just didn't care as much because there wasn't too much of a story that I cared about. If I had really cared about the story and I had that terrible ending, I would just be. Be cringing.
I liked the story. I liked everything about Shadow of Mordor.
I didn't dislike the story.
I know what you mean. It just wasn't. You weren't invested.
Yeah.
Not as. And I wasn't invested because I divested instantly when they were like, oh, this is the boss battle, bye. And I was like, this is stupid. And then I was like, DLC. So I started playing the DLC. And then it was like, nope. I was like, great. Thanks. Awesome.
The DLC was still pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't what I wanted.
Especially the Celebrimbor one.
Yeah, that was cool.
I think the Sauron fight was epic.
I think that's what I'm excited for, right? Is like all of the things that were in the DLC now being in, like, there were a lot of things that they kind of added.
Being like normal.
Yeah. So more variety. You're gonna have to add more moves. I'm hoping that they add some weapon variety. I think that would be cool. I think
you can literally, as you can see in the picture, maybe
you can use the hammer.
Maybe.
I don't want to spoil anything about the trailer, so watch the trailer.
Yeah.
But there are some things that happen in the trailer that are like, oh, is that going to happen?
Really change the lore of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, they're not change it, but just adding things that we never heard about.
Really significant.
Yeah, right. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Again, it's not change. We don't know if it's change. We'll see. But I'm excited. I'm super excited. I don't want to spend too much more time on it. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. What you guys think about the Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. What? I wonder what Shane Gill will say. What Shane Gill will say when he looks at the chat again, like me, like right now.
Probably. This generation is weird.
All right. Well, none of you guys are talking about Shadow of Mordor, so I ain't worried about it. But awesome. All right. Cool. So that was.
No one cares about Shadow of War,
dude. So have any of you played Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah.
Let me know in the comment section below. Oh, Better Brian saying Lord of the Rings. In the comment section, if you guys are watching this, post live in the chat. Let us know if you guys have played. But from here, we're gonna move on to the next game announcement. And the next game announcement, there is nothing for me to show you really. There was a tech demo recently for Unreal Engine 4. It's been updated.
So it technically wasn't even really a reveal.
No, it kind of was.
It was just like...
It kind of was.
Yeah.
So I'll explain, right? So, literally, right? So, like, randomly, there's this video on IGN that talks about, at GDC, which is the Game Developers Conference, the guys at Gearbox, who are the developers of Borderlands 3 and
Whoa!
I don't know why I said Borderlands 3. Wow, I just screwed that up.
The
Borderlands games. Borderlands 3 and Battleborn and a couple other games, but most notably, definitely Borderlands, came out to talk about Unreal Engine 4 and some of the new changes that they have
Awesome
and
stuff that
and
it's doing.
just the longer an engine's been out in the world, the more updates come out and the more the developers start to really get to utilize it and learn more about it. So it was super interesting because they came out and literally were like, so who likes Borderlands? And everyone's like, what? And he's like, this isn't Borderlands, but like, we're working on stuff.
They essentially said, like, everything that they were showing, just like, this will be in future Gearbox games.
No. They were like, this might be in future Gearbox games.
No, not might. They said this will.
No. They said this could be. They were like, these are assets that could definitely be. These are production things, right?
Yeah.
And so it's funny, right? It's just funny because they're like kind of talking around it. And then at the very end, the guy's like, so for those that want to work with us and learn more about like this technology, awesome. For those that maybe want to be a developer, with us, that would be awesome. And for those that just want to learn more about Borderlands, soon, all right? Soon. And I was like, what? If you guys don't know, like, this was also my most anticipated, but it was one of the long shots because they had not been announced. Nothing for Borderlands 3 had been announced.
Oh, you can't even say it's Borderlands 3. We don't even know. It could be like a pre.
They said the next Borderlands, to be fair.
Yeah.
They did say that there was another Borderlands coming out. Also, if you look at it, it's obviously the next Borderlands.
Oh, yeah.
But they literally said, this is an NPC in Borderlands. And I was like, what are you doing? So, obviously, there's a new Borderlands coming out. Really excited. Cannot wait to see what the rest of the...
Butterbrine's talking about a promotional video?
I think Butterbrine's probably just talking about the video that we had mentioned.
That wasn't really a promotion.
It wasn't, but I'm assuming that that's what they're talking about. I can take a look, though. Borderlands... That's what I know. 30. No. Yeah, I don't think... No, there's no. I think they're just talking about the video. There was no...
Demo, yeah.
I would definitely know there's a promo video. Yeah, it was a tech video.
But you guys should look up the...
Yeah, if you guys are interested in the tech for it, you'll see it. Yeah, Butterbrine's is sort of promotional. I mean, the way that IGN had put it up was very, like...
Yeah.
Borderlands 3, which was funny. Xzoom, hello. Will I subscribe to your channel? Maybe. I'll take a look at it. So I was really excited about that. I love Borderlands.
I still haven't played the pre-sequel.
And
I just noticed you have it on Steam.
Worth it.
Okay, I play the pre-sequel.
But I'm like halfway. I'm like part of the way through, and I'm just like, dude, I can't play this anymore. It's just old. It's like I played Borderlands 1, ripped through Borderlands 2 way too many times. I played it like at least 5 times. And then I was like, yeah, Borderlands pre-sequel. And I was like, okay, I can't do this.
Maybe
this
we could play it together because I never played with you.
Yeah, but you have to buy it.
Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably super inexpensive, but if you wanted to buy it, I'd play it. I wouldn't mind playing. I would definitely play it with another person. But at some point, like playing, I never really liked playing Borderlands alone by myself. Anyway, I know you played the first 2 by yourself.
It wasn't really a matter of choice.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, but like, I would not have done it. I literally. So I mean, you chose to play the game. I wouldn't have done it. I stopped playing Borderlands 1 because I hated it. Because playing by myself, it was just so boring to me. 2 was incredible, and I played with 2 people. But anyway, really excited about Borderlands 3. Super pumped. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. So I'd love to hear what you guys think, about it. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. They were promoting themselves being like, this will be in Borderlands 3. Right. I completely agree with you. Yeah, they were like, Borderlands 3, baby. Borderlands? What? Yeah.
No, they were like, future Gearbox game.
Yeah, that was great. It was hysterical. So, yeah, totally. Let me know what you guys think about Borderlands 3. Are you excited? I'm excited. Is it going to be called Border Worlds? Is it going to be called Borderlands the World Edition? Is it going to be called Border Universe? We'll see. Border
Galaxies.
Yeah, who knows?
Mass Effect Borderlands.
All right, guys. The next thing I want to talk about, last thing before I throw in a little nugget of my own, when it comes to game announcements, is something that is not relevant to PC players, PS4 players, Nintendo players, but to Xbox players. Chain Gear, what are you talking about? Why would you talk about something like that? Because it's a big deal. Xbox Game Pass. Let this sink in for a second. I'll let you guys read this. Over 100 great games, endless play, coming later, spring 2017. Stay tuned. That probably means I will subscribe. They want me to like fill in my information or something. Yeah, they want me to log in. Get out of here. Scroll down. One low monthly price. Enjoy unlimited access to over 100 great Xbox and Xbox 360 titles, including fan favorites like Halo 5. I feel like that's a big deal. Payday 2. That's not a big deal. NBA 2K16. That's a big deal. Lego Batman. I guess that's a deal. That's a deal. Yeah, that was a good way to put it. You guys can see here, Gears. That's a big deal.
Gears of War.
Granted, that is not the new Gears. That is the Gears, the Ultimate Collection, which has all of the old games in it.
Which is still great.
Debatable. You can get those games for like $1. But yeah, you can download these games.
Oh.
These are not streamed. These are downloaded games. So let me go ahead and kind of like explain this to you guys. So basically, I didn't even see this. Love an Xbox One game and want to own it. Yeah. So basically, what this is you buy Xbox Game Pass for $10, $20, $30 a month, right? And every month you're paying this, and you get to play this library of games. And you get to download it. So you're not streaming it, like PlayStation, for example. You're buying it. Sorry, not buying it. You're downloading it locally. It's on your hard drive. But if you don't pay for Xbox Game Pass, you no longer have access to the game. But if you want to own it, you can buy it at a discounted price. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I don't even really. This is a big deal. This might be a PC thing as well. If it is a PC thing, you know I'm gonna get it. If this is a PC thing,
it could be because I think isn't Xbox considered a PC?
Yes.
Thing
So Xbox is now more of a brand, which is interesting. So we'll see what happens. But this is so interesting and extremely competitive. That's the thing that I kind of want to drive home here, is how competitive this is. PC, you're getting your games at all different price points, all over the place, different places, right? For example, you just subscribe to Humble Bundle Monthly or Humble Monthly. Yep. You pay X amount of dollars a month, and you get curated games list, which is great because there are too many PC games out there. So, Humble Bundle as well, you pay anything for a specific amount of games. For a great example, I'll kind of show you guys right now.
You should show what the current Humble Monthly is, because I have no idea.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Humble Bundle. So Arma apparently is the current bundle. So Humble Bundle, for those, again, for PC, and sometimes for other things as well. Like one time they had it for PlayStation, and one time they had it for Nintendo. It was weird.
They also do other types of non-game bundles.
Yeah, up here, but we don't care about those. So Humble Arma Bundle, for those that know Arma, very, very popular third-person shooter game, I believe.
They're kind of like military simulations.
Oh, so it's first person.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. People love these games.
Very realistic.
So you can get... Yeah. And there are lots of mods for them, too. So if you want these three, you pay $1 or more, and it goes to a good cause.
Yep. All goes to charity. Or some percent goes to charity.
Yeah. You can set the whole thing to go to charity if you want. Or you can pay $13.52 and get these games and all of these games. Or you can pay $15 and get Arma 3 and Arma 3 carts. Arma 3 carts. Oh my god, I don't even know whether to say that. But so I can pay $15 and get all of these games from Humble Bundle.
And scroll up, it says at the top, 125 worth of awesome stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, you gotta have to take that a little bit with a grain of salt. Yeah, but I believe it. Most of the time, it's correct.
I'm thinking Arma 3 is still probably a pretty expensive.
Yeah, Arma 3 is probably $15. I wouldn't be surprised if it's literally $15, if not $30. It's not $60.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Yeah.
But that's not bad. I mean, that's good. This so would I buy this? I don't know. I don't play Arma games, but so what I actually could do, I could pay $1, play Arma Gold Edition, you know, and maybe watch some videos on Arma 3, and if I want, I could pay $15 and get everything, right? I mean, this is incredible. This is an incredible value. And I show you guys this. There's also another bundle, the Civ bundle. So if you guys like Civ, Civilization, you can buy all of the Civ games, including the newest one, Beyond Earth, for $15. This is incredible.
That's crazy.
Right? Like, I don't even play Civ. I'm about to buy this just because why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can pay $30 and get... How many games is this? A ridiculous amount of games, right? You're never going to see this on PS4. You're never going to see this on Xbox. You're never going to see this on Nintendo. You'll never see it on Nintendo. But they also have Humble Bundle Monthly. Humble Bundle Monthly is at least a minimum of $100 worth of games for $12 a month. So you pay $12 every month, and you get at least $100 worth of games. I'm going to show you guys.
I'm currently subscribed myself.
Yeah, so I'll show you guys kind of what this looks like. So last, I think they show.
I think it's all the way at the bottom.
Okay. So yeah, here we go. So last month, February.
Oh yes. That's how I got XCOM 2.
Oh, so March already came out. Oh, okay. So March has already came out. That's probably for April's. So March has Total War, Warhammer. Total War is a strategy game. Polybridge, I don't know what that is.
Polybridge is great.
The new One Piece Pirate Warriors game that just recently came out. Those games are great. If you like One Piece and you like fan service, they're great. And a couple other, some indie titles and things like that. This whole bundle right here, these are curated games, right? So these aren't like games like a lot of those Arma games were very old, and that's why you were able to buy them for $1, right? All three of them for $1. These are very curated games. One Piece is not a $12 game. One Piece is like $30, $60. Like, it's full price right now. Maybe $50. Like, so that's incredible. These two games alone, I know, are pretty expensive. So that's impressive. Let's take a look at February's XCOM 2.
That's when I got it. That's when I first got it.
Right. XCOM 2.
That's when I played XCOM 2.
Like,
Abzu,
these Rise is old. But these two games are expensive. Like, these are not cheap games.
I think there were some other games in there that looked...
Oh dear. Did you play Oh dear yet?
No.
What's great is if you have a friend, you know, like, so you have all these games, so I have all these games as well now, which is great. So one person can pay for them, and then we both have them, which is awesome.
Can be the case if you do.
Family sharing. Yeah. So then we're family in this house. Then there's January, Project Cars, is good. You know, Vermintide, a good game. Trials of the Sky, a good game. These are all like good games. This is actually apparently very, very good. But yeah, so this is great, right? Let me explain this to you, right? This is the closest thing. I mean, PC is just, you know, leagues ahead when it comes to pricing because it's a digital platform.
Oh, I mean, like,
that's
this is ignoring Steam sales.
Well, a lot of this stuff is better than Steam sales. Steam sales are not that great.
Some of them are insane, though.
I just don't think so. I read an article not the other day, many months ago, about the entrance of Humble Bundle and why it came out. And a lot of it is because Steam sales drop sales so normally. So people don't buy games unless there's a Steam sale. And then Humble Bundle came out, so people would consistently buy games. So like Arma doesn't sell. Now it does, right? So it's interesting. But anyway, I mean, even so, Steam sales, right? The only reason I say Steam sales aren't that great anymore is because you do see those sales on PS4. You'll see games drop down to like $5. They used to be like $60. Yeah. Like, you'll see that. So you'll see those kinds of things. But when it comes to stuff like this is what reminds me of things like Xbox Games Pass, right? So now you have one of the biggest, best publishers in the world, right? Xbox, that has a massive catalog of games plus third-party games. None of these games are like $1, right? You're able to pay probably $10, $20. I think I heard 10 somewhere. $10, $20 a month, right? If it's $10, you're paying $120 a year to play hundreds of games, right? If you pay for PlayStation Now, that's $20 a month. That's not bad. I mean, there's hundreds of games on there too, but you're streaming them. This, you're actually downloading them. That's insane. If this is for PC, like, it's worth it. You know what I mean? It's worth it. Like, imagine, so you're paying $12 a month right now. 12 times 12 is what? I don't know. You're smarter than me.
144.
144. Imagine if you paid $10 for this, right? So another $120, right? So throw that on top. So that's 264, right? So 264 a year, right? A year. a year. Do you know how much money I spend on games a year? Like, if you buy 3 games, that's 60 times 3. If you buy brand new games, right? Like, brand new. Like,
or even if you wait for like a price drop on a deluxe edition.
If you buy 6 games a year, that's $360. Like, this is hundreds of games. Like, this is incredible. Like, the value that you're able to get. If I subscribe to every game service, PlayStation Plus as well, right? I mean, PlayStation Now is expensive, most expensive one. That's $240 a year. You throw that on top, you're paying, let's just, round it up to like $500. You pay $500 a year to play all of these games. I mean, it's really not that bad. I spend $500 a year on games. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, I don't want to tell you how much we pay for rent. But like, that's nothing.
Yeah.
I pay way over that in rent a month. Like, so it's really interesting to see, like, if I could pay $500 a year for all of my games every year and never had to buy games, would I do it? Yes. Yes. That's basically buying a new console every year, but like not having to and having access to every game. Imagine if you bought a console and all the games were free. God, man. And you can do that. If you bought a PC, so you technically, if Xbox Game Pass is for PC, you technically can play PlayStation games, Xbox games, and PC games and pay less than $500 a year to play all of them. Right? Like, I mean, you're not going to be able to play PlayStation 4 exclusives. There are no Xbox One exclusives, so it's irrelevant. But you're not going to play Nintendo games. But, like, that's a hell of a lot of games. All right. I'm obviously freaking out about this and spent way too much time. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Wow, okay. Looks like Butterbrine, you're going in. Butterbrine, you mentioned a lot of random stuff. Third and first Arma.
Can I speak Dutch?
I don't know.
No.
Too much stuff. $60. Butterbrine says $60 to $5 Battlefield 4. Lol. I think. I mean, it's interesting, right? So I think all this is interesting. So I wonder what you guys are thinking. I'd love to know. It definitely sounds cool. We'll see. And if it's released, I would love to see what PlayStation does. That's what I'm most excited about. Awkward. I would love to see what PlayStation does because PlayStation, like I said, is $20 a month for their whole PS3 catalog. So it'll be interesting to see if they drop it to 10. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if they drop it to 10, I'm going to buy PlayStation now.
Wait, so Game Pass includes Xbox One games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's also interesting because you're also paying for Xbox Gold and you're also paying for, PS Plus. And so it's interesting to see, like, what will happen, right? Is it going to be a modular system or what? I'm telling you now, if I could pay $30 a month to have access to a whole bunch of games and have my PlayStation Plus and have all that stuff, I would just do it. It's cheaper than all my bills. So, all right. Well, that's enough of all that. That was a long time. Sorry, guys. I took way too much. I want $500 worth of games. Thank you, Proud Noob. I have $500 worth of games. I don't play any of them. Yeah, anyway. All right. So the only other thing I wanted to mention about game announcements, this is just a side thing for me. Just in case. Yeah, just this.
The one after that's still technically a game announcement.
No, this was announced years ago.
Oh, okay.
Destiny 2. For those that are interested in Destiny, I am, so I want to talk about it. Destiny 2 was recently announced that you will not be able to export or import your guns or your levels and stuff like that, but you will be able to carry over with your character's likeness. So if you were a female Titan with these sorts of clothing, you can have it, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. Especially when they mentioned so maybe it's not the clothing, I guess, because that would be weird. That doesn't make any sense. But because the clothing is the armor. So, but none of your stuff will carry over, but your character their likeness will carry over. I like that. They're doing it so it doesn't inhibit them from creating a brand new game, but they want you to keep your character because your character is important to you if you play Destiny. I have 3 characters. I'm going to import 1 because the other 2 I don't play with. And then I'll start over with the other 2, which I think is going to be really fun. So I have my female Awoken Titan. She's awesome. I play with her all the time when I play Destiny. So I'm really excited for that. That's all I really wanted to mention about that. I don't know if you guys actually play Destiny out there or not. If you do, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the chat. We're like at an hour 30 right now. So let's go ahead and try and finish this out. Anthony, there's one major reason I brought you on this podcast. You know what it is? Well, I know you know what it is because you're looking right at it. But what's one of your favorite games of all time?
Favorite series?
Favorite series of all time? Tell them.
Crash Bandicoot.
And guys, Crash Bandicoot Insane Edition is coming out soon. It has all 3 Crash Bandicoots, but that's not what we're talking about.
There's more than 3.
I know, but it has it has like 1, 2, and like some other weird one. We're not talking about that, guys. There is a new Crash Bandicoot, or there is we're talking about Mass Effect Andromeda. Dude, this is, I don't know. Tell the people how you feel about Mass Effect. We'll talk about Andromeda in a second. But Tell the people how you feel about Mass Effect.
It's just Mass Effect trilogy is one of the best game trilogies I've ever played. I'm not going to claim that they are the best games. I'm not going to claim that at all. But they are amazing RPGs. The RPG story elements are just like amazing. They've definitely had their ups and downs, like with Mass Effect 3. With Mass Effect 3, there was some terribleness with the ending, but they added some DLC, which made it not as bad, which was still made it good. They actually also added a multiplayer mode, which in Mass Effect 3, which was great, but just, I know you don't necessarily agree, but I think the combat was great.
Well, we'll talk about my feelings about it later.
It's unique. It's a third-person shooter, but also a lot of RPG elements, and it's just the RPG elements are like very big. Like, I kind of want to spoil stuff since the games have already been out for a while.
Not worth it.
You make very big decisions within a galaxy.
So, I'll give kind of my 2 cents about this. So, Mass Effect is developed by BioWare. BioWare develops Mass Effect and Dragon Age.
Yep.
And Knights of the Old Republic, the Star Wars games. So they know RPGs very, very well, but they're very specific types of RPGs. They started back in the day, right? When not back in the day, but far enough back that gameplay was just very different. They have the same issue that I find that Square Enix has when they're making Final Fantasy games. The combat, for me, is always lacking. I will never deny that the game is incredible. I love Dragon Age Inquisition, but not when I'm playing it. I do not like playing that game. I bought it. I was super excited. Dragon Age Inquisition is the best Dragon Age game, period. Dragon Age 1, great game. Dragon Age 2, the combat was way better. But the rest of the game is bad. And then Dragon Age 3, which is Dragon Age Inquisition, was a combination of the great combat and a combination of the great storytelling in the first one. And yeah, it's great. Best Dragon Age game ever. Everyone praises that game. It got Game of the Year from a lot of people. I did not like it. And it was because I felt like the combat was still so lacking. The major point of the game didn't feel fun enough to me. And that's because the major point of the game actually isn't the combat. This is the exact problem I had with Fallout 3 and possibly Fallout 4. I haven't played it yet. Yeah, I know the shooting. I know the shooting got way better on Fallout 4. It's made by id, the guys that did Doom, and Doom is an incredible shooter. But it's not Doom. It's still Fallout, and Fallout is an RPG first. Mass Effect is an RPG first. Dragon Age is an RPG first. Unfortunately, even though I still love the game, Kingdom Hearts 15. God. Final Fantasy 15. Kingdom Hearts has been on the mind. Final Fantasy 15. That's an RPG first. Kingdom Hearts, on the other hand, was born in the PS2 era, which is why that game has good combat. Kingdom Hearts, on the other hand... I keep saying Kingdom Hearts. Final Fantasy, on the other hand, was born back in the NES, right? It's literally... Ding! Ding! It's time-based. It's not... and so, 12 comes out and all this stuff. So, anyway, But obviously we're talking about this for a reason. It's because it actually looks pretty good. Mass Effect Andromeda is the first Mass Effect. So I did not like the combat in 3. I played the beta and I hated it. I was like, I cannot play this. My roommate played it. He liked it. I loved watching him play it. I mean, I only watched him play it a little bit, but I liked watching it. I loved the story and stuff. But the combat was not enough for me. But I don't know. Mass Effect Andromeda's got me thinking.
I saw some of the gameplay, and some of it looks a lot more epic in the fights.
Yeah.
Because definitely with...
Some of it doesn't.
There were definitely, like, it just, there looks like there might be a lot more big stuff to kill, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Which make for more interesting fights than fighting against, like, regular grunts.
For sure. I think the issue is, like, my favorite games are third-person action RPGs. That include, and I'm including third-person shooters in that. Uncharted, The Last of Us, my favorite games. Those are incredible third-person shooters. They're incredible. They're perfect. They're the perfect third-person shooter. There's no third-person shooter that's better than Uncharted and The Last of Us. Uncharted has incredible third-person shooter elements for fast-paced action. Uncharted, and then The Last of Us has incredible tactile, like, weighty, heavy third-person shooting aspects. It's incredible. Naughty Dog has outdone themselves. They went from Crash Bandicoot to this. I mean, it's incredible. And so when I play a game that just feels wrong, it's hard. Like, I mean, playing Ghost Recon Wildlands is a third-person to first-person shooter. You can play it in third person. You can play it in first person when you're aiming, and it feels very good. It feels correct. Mass Effect has never felt correct to me. I was watching the newest gameplay, which was on IGN, and they were using the character, they were behind some stuff, and like it just felt like it was literally like, I'm behind a wall. There's an enemy.
Okay, let's be honest. The guy in the gameplay trailer the gameplay, whatever it was, the review.
Destin Legary on IGN.
He was pretty terrible.
Yeah, but it didn't even matter. Like I think that was the worst part, is that it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't like, oh man, I feel like I could do so much better. You're not good at this game. I could do better, right? Like when I watch someone playing Dark Souls and they're bad, I'm like, oh man, you're missing. Oh, come on, do this, do that. Mm-hmm. This was like, this game looks boring, dude. Because he wasn't even losing. He was still winning. he was stuck at the game and he was still killing everybody. Mm-hmm. I was like, this game does not look great. But there were other times where I looked at this game and I was like, all right, this game looks good.
Did you see the exploration video?
No. No. Well, so
they did an exploration video, and that's one of also the big things about Mass Effect.
Yeah, I always thought that was pretty boring, though.
Huh?
I always thought that was pretty boring, though. Like in Dragon Age Inquisition, that was super boring. You just go around and like look at strongholds, and you'd be like, "This is a stronghold," and then you leave or something. I don't know. I mean, it just never felt cohesive enough.
It definitely looked like with the exploration.
I'll take a look at it.
It looked beautiful.
I'll take a look at it.
Like
I would highly recommend that you guys take a look at. There are so many videos. Like they're not pulling any punches. They're laying everything out there, which I love. They're showing everything about this game: the combat, the exploration. They're really
faces of the main character.
God, yeah, man, the creepy faces of the female main character. You pick the sister. But I, wondering what you guys are thinking about Mass Effect Andromeda. We obviously have a lot of feelings about it for sure.
Butter Brian.
Oh, DLC for the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, that was from Mass Effect 3.
Butter Brian just mentioned Warframe.
I liked it when you didn't have to buy a DLC and they released the full entire game elements.
I know.
Agreed, Proud Noob, agreed.
We talked about this, EA.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I mentioned consistently, just don't buy games in the beginning. Wait for the Ultimate Edition to come out.
Especially, I can guarantee with this game, it's EA. Don't buy it when it comes out.
Yeah, there's going to be... I mean, unless you really want to buy it when it's available, I totally get that. Just realize you're going to pay $120.
You're going to pay $120, and it might not be complete.
Yeah.
It's EA.
Yeah. Butter Brian, random question. You had mentioned... Fallout 4 is an open-world shooter with RPG elements. I completely disagree with you, Butter Brian.
It's an RPG game with shooter elements.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's very, it's definitely a shooter. It's just not...
Yeah, like
a great shooter.
Fallout 3. So I have not played Fallout 4 to be fair. So maybe I don't know it nearly as much. But Fallout 3. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Fallout 3, 100% is an RPG with shooter elements. I mean, Fallout
don't think it was called Fallout 2, but the Fallouts before it were all tactics games.
Yes.
Tactics, very
Not
much
at
like
all
RPG
shooter.
relevant games. These are, they started to add these shooter elements because it made sense. And, it just didn't flow nearly as well.
And Fallout 4 is just like a better Fallout 3, but it doesn't necessarily make it more like a shooter.
Yeah, every time I ask someone, dude, like Fallout 4, I'm so excited. I heard id did the shooting part. Should I get it? My friends that know me very well were like, it's good. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, is it better? Yeah. It's way better than Fallout 3. Yeah, but like the shooting? Yeah. It's like, all right, well, I'm not getting it. So I'm going to play it. I do. I'm sharing the game with someone else, so I'm definitely going to play it. But after I beat Oblivion, Skyrim.
So never.
No, it'll happen. Butterbrine, you mentioned is Warframe like Destiny. Warframe has copied Destiny so many ways, but it's not a first-person story-driven, nearly as story-driven as Destiny is. But Warframe is way more grind, way more.
But it's definitely trying to be Destiny.
Oh yeah, 100%. Awesome. Okay, cool. That was really the last thing that we wanted to talk about. Feel free to hop out if you guys want to hop out. Last thing that I want to talk about, though, we kind of wanted to, we kind of ended here, but I gotta talk to you guys about Overwatch, just real quick. I love Overwatch. For those that don't know, salty.
When we were talking about some of the changes, or just amused.
Yeah, yeah. So there are three major changes. There are a character change, a new character. And they added a new mode. So for those that don't know, a while ago during Lunar New Year, which is the Chinese New Year, they released Capture the Rooster, which is Capture the Flag. And now they've released Capture the Flag, period. Like now Capture the Flag just exists. It's not one of the major game modes in competitive or quick play, but you can make a Capture the Flag mode, and there are multiple maps comparatively to before there were only 2. Now I believe there are 6 or something. But I highly recommend trying it out if you guys haven't played it. But I thought that was pretty cool. The Capture the Flag is out. They also made a new game browser, so you guys can see down here if you guys play Overwatch. If you guys do, please let me know in the chat.
I haven't seen the new game browser.
Yeah, big deal on PC for sure. It exists on PS4 as well. I just don't think PS4 players care as much. But yeah, there's a new game browser. It allows you to create a game type. And then you can also find that game. So there are all these, you can make games basically with a whole bunch of different rules. You could have, let's say infinite cooldown or 0 cooldown for all of your special abilities, and you can verse bots. And it could be 2 versus 6 with headshots only. Like there's you can make a whole bunch of custom games.
I gotta play Overwatch again.
So again, none of these games are real in terms of you're not going to level up.
It's
you're not
essentially
gonna,
you can now do custom games and people can see them.
Right. So it's pretty cool. You guys who have maybe played on PC for Blacklight Retribution, you guys know this already. This has existed for a while. Game browsers are very common for PC shooters, not common for console shooters. So it's cool to see this out for everyone. It's actually so uncommon for console shooters that I don't care about this at all. But I do think it's kind of cool that it exists. And with that, obviously, a lot of options were opened. So you can change a lot of the ways that characters play and how the map plays out and things like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. But outside of Capture the Flag, Season 4 has also started. I guess I should have mentioned that as well. And with Season 4, new things have come up. I don't want to talk too much about it. There's some skill rating changes to the top 500. Respawn, basically they made it worse for trickle in. So don't trickle. If you don't know what trickling is, it means So
they made it harder for bad teams.
No. They make it longer for you, so you guys will group up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It basically forces you to group up.
Okay.
Or stop being stupid, basically.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really interesting. It's pretty interesting. There are also some major changes that came to the game that aren't up here. And there are 2. Well, there's one that I want to mention, and then there's also, if you guys can't see down here, there's a new hero, and we'll talk about that last. But Bastion is a god. Bastion. So for those that don't know, let me go ahead and open him up right quick. Where are you, Bastion?
Left.
There you are. This is Bastion. Bastion is Bastion was kind of a laughing hero for a while.
Yeah.
So in Alpha and Beta, Bastion was overpowered. In Alpha, he had a shield. He was kind of overpowered. And then in Beta, people just didn't know what to do about him. He would just sit there, and he would just turn into this turret mode here, sentry mode, and he would just gun down everyone.
Tons of damage.
Yeah, and then people learned that Genji existed. And Genji can block, can actually reflect damage right back, counter it right back to Bastion. So he would just get killed. And then people learned that Roadhog could hook him. Pharah was great. Snipers could take them out. People got used to the game, right? So then after that, when the game actually launched, Bastion was basically the laughing stock of this game.
Yeah, he was just not viable.
Right. And then people later on started to learn that he was maybe a good mid-game character, right? If you had triple tanks on the team.
He was also a good
surprise.
Yes, a very good surprise character.
Surprise Bastion, always very common. What that means is it's 6v6, right? In Overwatch, if you had 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 DPS, 2 damage characters going through, and then for some reason you just couldn't get past the tanks on one of the teams, if one of your characters changed to Bastion is a tank killer. He literally just ripped through a tank. And so it would be great when it was a surprise and the other team didn't have a Genji or something to counter the Bastion. But even then, it still wasn't that common, and
it wasn't like you're playing Bastion the whole game.
Right. It was very situational, similar to Symmetra. If you guys don't know Symmetra just had a whole bunch of changes recently.
She had some good changes.
Yeah, she had some great changes. Yeah, so she's now way more viable than she was before, and she's way less situational. You could play her on the attack. You couldn't really play her on the attack very often beforehand. Now you can. She has this
She's now a support plus. It says in her role.
Oh, interesting. I've never seen that. Interesting. But now she has this new shield barrier, photon barrier. She also has this new shield generator instead of she can decide if she's going to use a teleporter or shield generator for her ultimate. So she got some new things going on.
And also her turrets are.
Yeah,
you immediately get all the turrets.
So it's a lot more interesting to play as Symmetra. So these changes have been coming up to make characters more viable, and so Bastion has been made so viable that now he's a must pick in every game. Bastion now has this new thing called, let's see if it's on here. No, it's not.
Is it a new thing?
Yeah, definitely. It's called Ironclad, which it doesn't seem like it shows on here. But Ironclad is a passive. And it basically reduces damage when you are either in the sentry mode by 30%, which is about to get dropped down to 20%, or when you are in
I didn't actually know about
this tank mode. So it reduces damage by 30% because you're so vulnerable, right? Like you're just sitting there, you can't move in sentry mode. And if you're in tank mode, it's your ultimate, you want to have high survivability, but it got rid of the extra armor that it used to have. So very, very interesting. And it basically, he's invincible. Because he also has self-repair that he can now walk around and use. Self-repair you could only stand still and use. Now he can move around.
Self-repair used to be interrupted by anything.
Right. So now it's no longer interrupted and he can use it while moving. So Bastion's survivability went up ridiculously. So for example, I can carry full games just as Bastion as long as I have support. So a lot of people are doing, some people call it the El Capitan, they call it many different things, but when you focus on one hero. This was very common with Genji. Genji is such a high skill cap hero that like if you have a pro Genji, you would just get a whole bunch of heroes that would support the Genji. This is very common now with Bastion, is you have 2 or 3 healers and a whole bunch of tanks, and the only DPS you have is Bastion because he's the only DPS you need. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's really interesting because now you need you need a Bastion on your team, and the other team needs Bastion. So it's stupid right now, but they're changing some things. I don't want to say it's stupid. It was a good change for Bastion, just not good for the rest of the games. But it does work when you have 2 Bastions. Then it's really just who's better. I love it. It's actually a lot of fun. So yeah, the Bastion changes, but also with the Bastion changes, there was a new hero, Orisa. I'm so excited.
Which I haven't actually seen anything of. I just saw the story.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so there is a story video out for her. We won't really go over that. You guys can look it up. But Orisa is a tank, a quadruped tank. She has a Gatling gun that is like shoots out like lasers basically. She has an ability that called Fortified that lets her basically ignore things. I actually kind of want to go back to some of these. So the fusion driver, which is like the Gatling gun, laser shoot, it has 300 ammo, I believe. And is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. Great. It's she's so far right now the only long range tank, which is awesome. So aside from Zarya's ball, I guess her alternate fire, but she now has she's the only long range tank that exists, and it's awesome. She's great. Then she has Fortify, which again it kind of ignores things. So if you read down here, Orisa temporarily reduces damage she takes and cannot be affected by action impairing effects. So
any kind of stun, sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So right, any alts. Any sleeps, anything like that, she is no longer affected.
Even Sombra's hack, I don't know.
Yeah, good question. There are a lot of videos out there to test those things that where people were testing them. Zarya's bubble or Zarya's
oh my god! If
ultimate
it can stop a Mei from freezing you, that would be oh my god.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, interesting. So it's got a cooldown and things like that as well, but it makes her even more tanky, right? Then she also has Halt, which is a bubble that is basically a mini version of Zarya's.
Range on it.
Yeah, it's a mini version of Zarya's. I just forgot what it was called.
Pulse.
I just said it.
Graviton,
yeah. So it's a small graviton surge basically
but
she
it's not
shoots
like
out as a ball.
Full time. It's just a single.
Right. So it's awesome, obviously. So she's really great, right? So she can kind of go ahead and shoot people as normal. So she's got a great DPS. She's got good DPS, right? She can be really tanky and not stop, right? She can keep tanking. She can bring people together. The whole point of them building her was to create another anchor tank, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And what every tank needs, of course, is a barrier. So she's also got a projectile barrier that she can put down. It has 900 health, so it's not as much as some of the other tanks, but it's one Reinhardt. But she does have this 900 health barrier that is thrown out and stays in a specific area. It has a time limit, but it's very long comparatively to like Winston's bubble. But yeah, it's interesting. So it can be placed anywhere comparatively to having to be near somewhere. So it's very tactical, right? And then the last thing that she has is the supercharger. And it's basically the shield generator, but instead what it does is amp damage, right? So it lasts a certain amount of time. It doesn't stay forever, but
and it can be destroyed.
And it can be destroyed, right? Yeah. And it is, but it's awesome, right? So it's anyone that's in your line of sight, right? Or that anyone that is in the supercharger's line of sight that it will affect. So yeah, there are a lot of awesome ways to kind of make this stuff work. I'm really excited for Orisa. I think she might be a little much in the beginning, but I think people will learn how to deal with her. We needed a tank. There's only one anchor tank, as they call it in this game. A lot of people will call it the main tank, and that's Reinhardt.
The only real tank.
Right. And so now there's a second one. And Reinhardt's kit is fairly small. Reinhardt has a hammer, so he's a melee character. He has his giant shield, which is obviously movable and has, I think, 1,000 shield? 2,000 shield. Whew, man. Yeah. 2,000 shield. He's got this little charge thing, and he's got one melee or one range attack, and that's Fire Strike. And then, of course, he has his ultimate Earth Shatter, which stops everyone in their tracks, unless you're Orisa, and she's using Fortify. But now you have a second one, and that's Orisa. And so these are anchors, right? They will hold the team together. People will rally around a Reinhardt. People will rally around Orisa. No one rallies around Winston,
no.
Right? Winston jumps to his targets. He leaves the team. He's not what you would call an anchor tank or a main tank. He's essentially a flanker.
He's an off tank.
Yeah, right. Which even then is I mean, it's weird to even call him an off tank. The only reason we really call him that is because he's a tank in the tank category.
Yeah. So he's really just a fighter.
Yeah.
Same thing with Roadhog.
Yeah, so Roadhog's even weirder.
Roadhog's an assassin.
Right, Roadhog's a tank assassin. It's so weird. And I don't mean he assassinates tanks. I mean, he is a tanky character that can assassinate people. So weird. But he's a great character. And then the only other tank that can you can definitely rally around in some sort of way, is Zarya, which
kind of Diva, kind of Zarya.
Where's Zarya? Oh, there she is. Okay. I completely forgot about Diva. Diva is not. You cannot rally around Diva. Diva is an off tank.
For like 5
5
seconds.
seconds. Diva is an off tank.
She can block everything.
Zarya is an off tank too. These two are off tanks.
Because Zarya can actually protect people.
Yeah. But again, only for 5 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's that Zarya and
she's
and
also
Diva,
kind of more of a fighter too.
I mean, she becomes DPS.
Yeah.
Yeah. She becomes range, semi-range, kind of
yeah, because she's not really. She's definitely not an anchor tank because she can shield herself and also shield someone else for 5 seconds, and that's the only tanky thing she can. Like that's the only.
I mean, she herself can tank, right? I mean, she has shields and stuff.
So she can go in front of the team, but not as effectively as a Reinhardt.
Right.
Or an
she's an off tank, meaning she's not in the front all the time. She's usually off to the side.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I'm really excited for Orisa. I'm excited to see what changes they make to Bastion. They already dropped the thing down to 20, Ironclad down to 20. So I'm really interested to see how Orisa is. Guys, that is basically it. I'm not 100% sure if you guys play Overwatch or not, or Destiny, since I mentioned Destiny. I hope you guys enjoyed. I keep forgetting to do this. The screen, I love the scene thing. It's awesome. It's just hard to remember to do. Thank you guys so much for joining us in the stream.
Brother Brian was very nice to me.
Was nice to you?
He said I'm awesome.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Thanks, Butter Brian. You're a nice guy. I'm guessing you play Paragon, Butter. Oh, man. Paragon. I need to play Paragon.
Yeah,
Paragon has changed so much, and we haven't played it at all. Anyway, I want to end this, guys. It's been 2 hours. Thank you so much for joining us for literally 2 hours. There's basically only been two of you guys here, which is Proud and Butter Brian. So if you guys are watching this post live, please let me know what you guys are thinking about it. I know it was long. Most GearCasts will not be this long. I'm trying to figure out, again, what I like and don't like. My throat hurts. I'm hungry. King Leo, you just got in here randomly. No, I'm just kidding. King Leo, you actually were in here. King Leo, I'll give you a shout out, bro. You were here. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for joining. Really, really glad that you were able to join. And again, if you're post live, thank you so much for watching. And let us know what you're thinking in the comment section below. Please let us know if you guys want to join the Discord. There's a link down there. A lot of us are in there. Awesome is in there. Awesome, thanks for joining as well. A lot of people are in there. We're constantly talking in there about games, about Blacklight sometimes. You guys will get to know when videos are up. You can help me out with some videos and stuff like that. But I love chatting in the Discord. The community continues, right? So get ready for some new live streams. We'll be live streaming more. We'll be live streaming new games, new stuff.
Probably PC games.
Probably PC games for the next couple of weeks, which is good. I'll be able to kind of have my head down and work and do some other stuff, focus on the channel a little bit differently. I'll be able to start customizing my Twitch and YouTube experience. I'm probably just going to stick with YouTube. Twitch is so ugly. Twitch has so many awesome features, but it's so ugly. You can I'll have like stuff up and new followers and new subscribers and stuff like that. So, King Leo, do I still play BLR? No, I play it sometimes. I played it a couple of weeks ago, just because I wanted to see some of the changes again, I have some ideas for what I want to do for some content about that. But all right, guys, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share, subscribe, all that good chain gear gaming goodness. EinTaxi, otherwise known as Anthony, my roommate. Let's go get some food. I'm hungry.
Good idea.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys online when we're streaming something, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.